And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. She is your CIF state champion in the mile run, the 1,600 meters. It is Braelyn Combe from Santiago High School. The Sharks with another great distance runner. And Braelyn, congratulations on the state championship. I want to ask you about the state title. I also want to ask you about last season. And was it kind of a year of redemption for you to come back and win state this year in the 1,600 meters?
Yeah, we took second in the 16 and the 4x8, so it was kind of the goal was obviously to move up a spot, and so it was really exciting to have that opportunity again and be in the same position.
Yeah, you're a multi-state champion. You know, we got to give a shout out to the relay team too. You just mentioned the 4x800. What was it like to obviously winning the individual title? And we're going to talk about that mile race in a moment. But when you win a relay, you get to celebrate it with your teammates too, right? Like it's a team effort. So how special was that for you?
It was very special. They're like my best friends, so just sharing the moment between the four of us was really exciting. And I even said after the mile, I was like, okay, that was really exciting for me, but it would be even more exciting if we can go and do it again. And that was kind of was just like a huge shift from, okay, I did what I wanted to in the mile, but now we got to handle business with my team. So it was exciting.
All right, let me ask you about the mile run because I don't know what your game plan was going into it. Because it was dramatic, right? You had to make that.
It was so crazy.
Oh, you had to make that last kick to win it. If people haven't seen the video, we'll show some of the video as well. But, what was your game plan going into it? Just to stay with the pack, or did you want to be out in front, or how did it go? How did it go for you?
I really just tried to set myself up with like being at least in the position to win and giving myself a chance to compete for the win, like with 200 meters to go, and just trying to stay up with the front pack. And it kind of like played out perfectly. Someone took us out in a pretty fast pace that, was going to was bound to lead to fast time. So it was exciting and just trying to stay with the leaders. Honestly, there wasn't really much of a plan. Just trying to position myself well and stay with the front.
All right, so like let's say lap 3 going into lap number 4, are you stressing at all? Are you getting a little anxious like, okay, I got to start making my move at this point? Like when do I start kicking it in?
I was so scared. I was stressing so much, and I was like, I just got to stay with the people in the front and leading the race and just try to stay with the leaders as best as I can. But I was like, can we just get to 200 left so I can just like finish the race and just give it everything.
Yeah, how do you know if you have enough left in the tank? Like, do you save something, or how do you know?
I don't know. I just try to do my best. I don't know if I have anything left.
And that time that you posted, were you happy with that? Was that a PR? What would you think?
Yeah, I honestly, with how hot it was, I mean, state was where I got my PR last year, and so I thought with how not humid, just like the heat that day, I didn't think that fast times would come out of it, but Coach E was like, just focus on placement and trying to compete for the win. Don't worry about any time. And he didn't think anything under 440 would come out of it. But I think it was just a great field, and we all surprised ourselves.
No, that's awesome. And I think team-wise, right, the Santiago girls finished second place, right, in the state standings?
Yes, we did. With Riley in the 32 and then 4x8 in the 1600, we total, I think, 28 points. So that was really exciting. And it was actually a tie for second, and that was really cool because we got third last year, and no, maybe we got fourth. I'm not sure, but it was just exciting to get on the podium and take pictures after because it was like, wow, we did that with 5 distance runners. So it was really exciting.
5 stud distance runners right there. Now, Braelyn, you're a junior. You still have your senior year. So as you kind of ramp up, for one more high school season, do you have any team goals, any individual goals? Maybe it's a state championship as a team. Maybe you want to go back-to-back, set the California state record. I mean, what's in your mind going into next year?
I think a good goal to have would be to get the state meet record if possible, and hopefully defend our titles. But also, I think next year we're hoping to have we'll for sure have more girls in the open events, and with scoring more in the open events, we could contend for the team state title. That'd be really exciting.
I know you kind of, gravitated towards the mile run, and Riley went towards like the 2 mile run, but could you see yourself maybe doing the 2 miles, the 3,200 meters at some point?
Maybe at some point. I think since it's a really hard double to do the 4x8 and the 32 like back
Yeah.
to back like that, there's like maybe a good 10 minutes between those two, but the 4x8 is like my favorite event for sure. And honestly, I don't see myself running very well on the 32, but honestly, I'd love to, if anything, I'd love to bring down my 800 time. That'd be
Okay.
exciting because I feel like I haven't been happy with my 800 times this year and haven't really had a good opportunity to run a PR. So that would be exciting to get my 800 time.
So was your mile run, is that the school record for Santiago as well?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I figured. All right, so Braelyn, everyone's wondering, like, hey, you're on vacation. You have a little downtime. Are you trying to relax after a big junior season and a state title?
Um, uh, Honestly, I mean, I'm trying. It's really hard because state was like so exciting that it's hard to like stay focused for like the rest of the season and nationals and lock me in for cross country. But just trying to stay focused on the outdoor season since it's still going on. It's really hard to not get excited for cross country with all the fast freshmen that we had come in and things like that. It's just really exciting.
Wait, so you have nationals next week, right?
Yeah, next week, and then I'll get a real break.
Yeah, I was gonna say with cross country in the fall. I mean, like, you have to shut it down for a little bit, right? Like, what's your off season regiment kind of look like?
We usually do like 1 or 2 weeks, but I think this year, like, we've it kind of hasn't. We've been on kind of lower mileage that like, I feel like we can honestly get away with taking a shorter break and then just taking it slow, building back in, and then we can maintain more fitness, which would be really exciting going into cross country season. So yeah, that would. Honestly, like, we like to get in shape. We like to be we like to feel fit and things like that. So if we could maintain fitness, I think it would be exciting for all of us. But at the same time, we're like, okay, I want a little break. Like, I need I need to sleep in. I need to enjoy summer for a little bit. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get around a week off.
Braelyn, what's college recruiting like right now for you?
I am actually committed to the University of Arkansas.
Are you excited about that? Fired up to be an SEC school?
I'm very excited. I think I was talking to a lot of SEC schools, so it was kind of like I kind of knew in the back of my head, like, okay, I feel like it's where I'll end up, and to be in the obviously I'm biased, but the best. I mean, actually, no, they've proven to be the best school in the SEC. It's really exciting.
All right, finally, Braelyn, let's go back to your state championship in the mile up there in Clovis. So you crossed the finish line, and I'll be honest, like, because I watched the video of it. When did you know? Was it not until you actually looked up at the clock to see the times? Because it was so close. Like, were you like, oh, when you crossed the finish line, were you like, oh man, I don't think I got it?
No, it was so close, and I think it was kind of back and forth in the video. Like, I had to lead for a split second, and then she would come back, and it was a very back and forth kind of passing back and forth. But yeah, it was just really fun, and I think at that point, like, I was like, okay, I know the time. I was honestly, I went into it like, if I could get a PR out of this race, that would be amazing. But I thought with the weather, it wouldn't be a good race it wouldn't be a good opportunity to have a PR. So, just as soon as I crossed, I knew it was a fast time, but then I knew, okay, wait, I could contend for the state title. Like, that would be so exciting. And I looked up and then saw the time came with it, and it was just like a really fun moment.
Yeah, what a dramatic finish to win the CIF state championship. That is Braelyn Combe from Santiago. Join us here on the Inland Sports Show. Braelyn, congratulations. Good luck at nationals, and let's do this again maybe during cross country. Get you back on the show.
Yes, and we will be back with a state title in cross country and NXN bound for the second time. Let's go.
Let's go. Braelyn Combe here on the Inland Sports Show.